My garden's been designed to minimise the use of water. Now, some of the elements are really obvious, others not. The first thing you tend to see is the strappy leaf plants. Now, I've planted them in massed areas in large beds. Now, some of these are beautiful foliage feature plants in their own right, and a good example is the Dianella Casa Blue. But it does reward you once a year with a fabulous show of tiny, perfect blue flowers. This is a new variety called Blaze, and I particularly like the dark plum-coloured foliage. Once established, you can turn off the retic and they'll survive on rainfall alone. Kangaroo paws are pretty tough customers too, and their flower spikes are colourful and great bird attractors. I've just planted out this selection of bush gems to brighten up this side of the garden. Well, here's where you can get a bit of an idea of some of the drought proofing that's going on underground. So under the whole of this front garden, the bricks as well as this gravel, is a weed mat. That stops the mulch from working its way into the soil and losing its effect. Now, I've pulled that apart over here and I've been planting out these kangaroo paws, cut it open and then excavated a hole. Into the bottom of the hole, I've popped some cocoa peat as well as some sea soil planting gel, and both of those help to hold moisture brilliantly. Well, now they're settled in, it's time to pull back the weed mat and scrape back that mulch, because that also shades the soil and keeps it cool and moist down there where the roots are. Succulent plants like these magnificent Mauritian hemp store moisture in their tissues, and that makes them the ultimate in drought-tough plants. A couple of other succulents in the garden. We've got the ponytail palm. We've transplanted these a couple of months ago and they're taking off, and a couple of column-shaped cactus. Now, they're as tough as old boots, and these ones have doubled in height in 12 months. Lawn's been used very sparingly for ornamental effect rather than a vast expanse of greenery. The variety is Zoysia Empire, and it's a slow-growing variety that performs well on water rationing. Under this entire garden is a labyrinth of drip-line hose. Because the mulch covers it, there's no evaporation. Now, most of the plants in my garden are maturing at just the right time to be able to handle this new restriction of one watering per week. Now, I do expect to be out with a hose to settle in the new kangaroo paws and maybe to give the lawn a squirt every now and then, but everything else should be able to get by on one drink per week or less.